Hi everyone, I'm Emily, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to our discussion today. We're a group of friends who are passionate about food and cooking, and we can't wait to share our experiences and insights with you. Let's dive right in. Recently, I faced a bit of a culinary challenge while preparing a special dish for our community dinner. I planned to make a traditional shepherd's pie, which, as you know, typically requires lamb meat. Shepherd's pie is a comforting dish made with ground lamb cooked in a rich gravy with vegetables, topped with mashed potatoes, and baked until golden. This dish was meant for our local community potluck, celebrating the harvest from our CISA program. It's a cherished recipe that brings warmth and nostalgia, reflecting the connection between our food and local farming. For those who aren't familiar, lamb meat comes from young sheep and has a tender texture with a distinctive flavor. In Washington, lamb dishes like lamb stew or grilled lamb chops are quite popular, often featured at family gatherings or special occasions. Lamb's richness makes it a beloved choice for hearty, comforting meals. Unfortunately, on the day of the event, I discovered a shortage of lamb meat. Our usual supplier had run out, which left me scrambling to find a solution just hours before the dinner. Faced with this dilemma, I decided to get creative rather than substitute with another meat. I looked at what was available in abundance. Ours had just delivered a batch of root vegetables and mushrooms. So, I crafted a harvest shepherd's pie with roasted root vegetables, wild mushrooms, and lentils. I cooked them with herbs in a savory gravy, creating a hearty and flavorful filling that mimicked the depth of lamb. This version not only addressed the lamb shortage, but also highlighted the season's bounty. I used spices like rosemary and thyme to enhance the earthy flavors, and added a hint of smoked paprika to give it a warm, meaty taste. It turned out to be a hit, with many guests appreciating the inventive twist on a classic dish.
Wow, Emily, that's incredible. I love how you turned a challenge into an opportunity to showcase local produce. Your harvest shepherd's pie sounds both inventive and delicious. I can imagine the combination of root vegetables and mushrooms creating such a rich, satisfying dish.
Absolutely, Chloe. Emily, your ability to adapt and still create something so delightful is inspiring. I love using fresh, seasonal ingredients too, and it's amazing how you maintain the essence of the shepherd's pie. It's a wonderful reminder of the versatility of our local produce.
I agree, Sarah. Emily, your approach really resonates with me. Your focus on using what's available and turning it into something extraordinary is the essence of sustainable cooking. Plus, lentils and mushrooms are such great alternatives to lamb. They have that hearty texture and depth of flavor.
Oh, Emily, that sounds amazing. Your harvest shepherd's pie reflects such creativity and resourcefulness. It reminds me of how I sometimes have to improvise with my food truck menu. Using local, seasonal ingredients can really elevate a dish, and you've captured that beautifully. Starting us off, when buying lamb meat, I always look for freshness. In Florida, lamb isn't as common as seafood, so finding fresh lamb is crucial. Fresh lamb has a bright red color, and the fat should be creamy white. For my food truck, I use lamb for Mediterranean-inspired dishes like lamb gyros. Fresh lamb ensures the best flavor and tenderness. Always check the sell-by date and avoid meat with a dull color or an off smell.
That's a great point, Maya. I'd add that sourcing is key. In New York, there are many local butchers and specialty stores where I can get lamb. Knowing where the meat comes from ensures quality. I use lamb for dishes like lamb ragu or lamb burgers, and sourcing from trusted vendors guarantees flavor and ethical standards. Look for labels indicating the farm or region to ensure you're getting high-quality, responsibly raised lamb.
Both of you are spot on. For me, it's important to consider cut selection. Different dishes require different cuts, like leg for roasts or shoulder for stews. In California, I get lamb from local farms for its flavor in dishes like lamb tacos or braised lamb shanks. Understanding which cut is best suited for your recipe is crucial. Always ask your butcher for advice if you're unsure.
Absolutely, Sarah. I also focus on sustainability. In Texas, I prefer lamb from farms that practice regenerative agriculture. This not only supports the environment, but also yields more flavorful meat. I use lamb in dishes like lamb stew or lamb kebabs, where the quality really shines. Check for certifications like grass-fed or organic to ensure sustainable practices.
All great points. I'd emphasize marbling. In Washington, I look for lamb with good marbling for its tenderness and flavor, especially for dishes like lamb chops or lamb curry. Marbling ensures that the meat stays juicy and flavorful during cooking. Avoid cuts that look too lean or have uneven fat distribution, as they can be dry and less flavorful.
In California, a great alternative to lamb is bison. It's leaner, but has a similar richness and works well in dishes like bison stew or bison tacos. I find bison to be a fantastic substitute when lamb isn't available. It has a robust flavor, though slightly milder than lamb. Bison is also sustainable and lower in fat, which makes it a healthy option. Just be mindful of cooking times, as it can dry out quicker than lamb.
Here in Texas, I often use goat as an alternative. Goat meat is widely available and shares a similar texture and flavor profile with lamb. It's excellent for stews and curries. Goat is more creamy and has a distinct taste that can stand up to strong spices, making it perfect for robust dishes. However, it's leaner than lamb, so it needs to be cooked slowly to stay tender.
In New York, I like using duck as a substitute. Duck meat, especially the legs, has a rich flavor and can be used in dishes like duck ragu or duck confit. Duck has a higher fat content than lamb, which keeps it moist and flavorful during cooking. It's a bit more luxurious and can bring a unique twist to traditional lamb recipes. Just be careful with the fat content, as it can be quite rich.
Down here in Florida, pork is a versatile alternative. Pork shoulder or belly can be slow cooked and used in dishes like pork tacos or pulled pork sandwiches. Pork has a milder flavor, but can take on a variety of seasonings, making it adaptable to many recipes where you'd use lamb. It's widely available and generally more affordable. The key is to cook it slowly to develop the depth of flavor.
In Washington, I find venison to be an excellent substitute for lamb. Venison has a similar gamey flavor and works well in stews and pies. It's lean, so it needs to be cooked carefully to avoid dryness, but it pairs beautifully with hearty vegetables and rich sauces. Venison is also a great option if you're looking for a local, sustainable alternative. Thanks, everyone, for sharing your wonderful insights. Today, we covered a lot about lamb meat. We started with my experience addressing a lamb shortage by creating the Harvest Shepherd's Pie, and we discussed criteria for purchasing lamb, including freshness, sourcing, cut selection, sustainability, and marbling. We've also explored various alternatives like bison, goat, duck, pork, and venison. It's been a rich discussion, and I'm grateful for all your contributions. And with that, we'll wrap up for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you found our discussion enlightening and that you're inspired to try new things in your own kitchen. Until next time, take care and happy cooking.